Good morning, everyone. My name is Genevieve, and I'm here to teach you a little bit of Qigong. I don't know about you, but I woke up this morning, Monday morning, and I'm extremely agitated. I did a little mind scan to try to figure out what's going on, and I'm not sure. There's like a zillion different reasons why I could be anxious this Monday morning. So I wanted to share a quick exercise that helps me kind of quell or release anxiety when I'm in this really agitated state. I hope it might help some of you as well. So when we did Totoro Qigong, I taught you about the windmill, which is a move I'll show you in just a second. And the thing I want to teach you today is a little variation on the windmill that I think makes it even nicer to release anxiety. So let me show you these two variations of the windmill. All right, so the one we did as part of Totoro Qigong, it's like the normal windmill. That looks like this. You're swinging your arms from side to side and you're kind of whacking yourself in the back. Not too hard, just a little tap. And it's important for that one to remember that your whole body, your whole spine is not twisting around in a manic way. Your center line is actually really steady in the windmill. Imagine that's my spine, just up, straight up and down. My arms move around it, kind of like the sails of a pinwheel. My danshen is twisting, but it's not rocking. And my head, you can see, my head is not moving a whole lot. It's just on top of my spine. And if you can kind of keep that firm center line, you can really let it go with the rest of your body, like your arms are you're not really consciously thinking about them, you're just letting them swing around. And to quell anxiety with the windmill, I try to do audible exhales. You can do like little baby primal scream, like You can slow it down actually. Sometimes if I'm agitated, I slow down and it feels a little bit therapeutic, like, okay, I've got this, I guess. You can slow it way down. If you've seen that movie Zootopia, there's a scene in the DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles. This is a spoiler for Zootopia, but the DMV is staffed by sloths in that movie, and they do everything so slowly. And if you're like me and your clock speed is kind of set high as like your default, it can be really luxurious to become a sloth. And at sloth speed, you can actually do those audible exhales, but much more slowly. So that is windmill, variation number 1. That's the one we did in Totoro Qigong. And the new one I literally just learned. This past week I had the wonderful experience of working with a guest teacher. Malcolm and Annie's class was led by Jarret Cooper, and he taught us this version of the windmill. Variation number 2, where you actually hit yourself in your own shoulder well. So in Qigong, we would say that your shoulder well is one of the places where Qi can kind of gather and get kind of stagnated or stuck. You don't even have to believe that, you just know you have this little depression, that's your shoulder well. And in this windmill, you tap yourself on the shoulder well. So the back looks similar to the other one, you're just like hitting yourself gently, but in the front, you're letting that arm go all the way up to your own shoulder well. Shoulder well, shoulder well. And it's not a big hit, you could even just brush it. For me, this one is a little bit more like athletic because my arms are moving differently, but I really like it as well. And for quelling anxiety, you could imagine that your anxiety has gathered in your shoulder wells and you're kind of brushing it out. Or like if it's solidified, you're kind of like breaking it up so it can drain out. I get a lot out of visualizing it as like black or red, like junk hardened in there, and then I just watch it melt out, and I can let it run right through my body, out through the bottom of my foot. And if you're doing that when you're, the backhand can kind of brush down a little. It's like it's helping the stuck chi get out your foot. So in the front, you'd be brushing your shoulder wells or karate chopping them. But in the back, you could be sort of brushing down. Isn't that nice? I really like that one. So same deal, you aren't moving your body, your whole body around. Your center line is firm, and you're just kind of keeping that steady while you let your arms hit you in these specific places. And when I'm so agitated like today, I try to do this for like a reasonable amount of time, maybe like 5 whole minutes or even 10 minutes. And now that you have 2 variations, you could do like 3 minutes for each one or something like that. And then in my case, anxiety just keeps accumulating over the day. So I sort of, it's high, I dump it, then it keeps going up and it gets to another high later in the day. At that point, I try to remember to do the windmill again. You can just do it on and off all day. All right. So as usual, we'll salute our masters and we'll salute our classmates. Thanks for being here today, you guys. I hope your Monday settles down, and I'll see you later this week. All right, take care. Bye.